There are signals all around us. Most of them go unnoticed. Some are born able to sense them, born with the veil still present. A mark said to thin the boundary between worlds for a while.
Okay, so I ended that one a little sooner than I thought. How you doing? It's welcome to Beyond the Veil with the Paranormal White Witch. My guest tonight is a young lady by the name of Alisha McFadden, and she is having issues of her own with a computer, much like I just did. However, thank God, praise the Lord, pass the ammunition, whatever that saying is. Michael Webb from Monsters Unleashed is going to be on here with me tonight. But before I bring them on, and hopefully that beginning glitch was the last one of the night, at least, I wanted to let you know. I already told you he's from Monsters Unleashed, right? He has written not one, not two, not three, but 4 books, which you can find on Amazon. 2 children's books and 2, grown-up books. Also wanted to tell you that they have a show every Sunday, I think, or Saturday, and then his daughter does a show on Tuesdays. And then the next one, Coven of Curiosities. I wanted to tell you about this lady too. Her name is Cindy Sapp, and her show is on Sundays, an absolutely amazing show. And finally, my brother's Crafty Witch Soiree. These ladies are going to have me at a book signing in August and September, and they have a new witch store here in Maryland at North Point Flea Market in Dundalk. To give you an idea of the type of items, see that beautiful little wing catcher there, dream catcher? They made that. And they also carry my book, which is called Witchcraft by Blood and Tradition, a beginner's guide. You can get it on Amazon and Kindle. You can get it paperback or hardback. And I'm really proud to say that it's been going really well. So with that being said, let me try this. Move. Hey, there we are. Normally when I bring somebody in, it just overrides the picture.
Oh yeah, well it happens. I'm about fed up with this program. I'm telling you.
I was starting to think that somebody out there had a voodoo doll with my name on it with sticking pins on it.
It might be. It might be somebody that starts with an R, and you know who I'm talking about.
Really?
Yeah, he's got that. He's got that Jesus voodoo on you.
Okay.
You know, we're evil people.
Yeah.
We're evil. We're all going to hell, and I don't know. It's bad.
Yeah, it's a shame that everybody meets them. There are people in life that just can't let things go, and they wish the worst for everybody around them when they start doing well. And they look for ways to interfere with the positivity that the other people have. And it's such a shame. And when it comes back, and it will come back, hella hard, then, so I don't know.
So in history, people thousands of dollars, and but we're going to hell. So it is what it is.
Oh, I'm leading the pack, honey. Yeah. I've already opened the portals to hell. I got us a nice seat right up front.
Well, if I go before he does, I'll be down there sharpening the pitchfork for his arrival.
Yeah, and if he happens to be watching tonight, move on. Just, bless you, move on. No hate. Just go away. Kind of like a wart that keeps coming back.
Yeah, yes. A big old hairy wart that stinks and doesn't wear pants.
I have to tell you, I do not miss logging on to the former station and seeing a bare-chested man who need not have been bare-chested at all, period. So this is much better. Oh, you're frozen.
Run
Oh, good
down
Lord. Okay, there you go.
with the Hawaiian. Oh, there I am. One
Yeah.
of those old 80s TV shows where those guys run around in those Hawaiian shirts with their furry chests and all that stuff.
Like Magnum PI.
And I'm having internet problems. I'm hooked to my I'm having internet problems. I'm hooked to my hotspot. So,
Ooh, guess what? Guess what? Guess what?
Yet. I'm working on Monsters Unleashed Studios out here.
Yay! Hi, hon. See if
Hi.
she can hear us. Oh, and we can hear you. That's awesome.
I apologize. I'm going to be lagging. My phone, it wouldn't let me have access to my mic. And so I guess we're just going to have to do it this way.
I'm not worried.
Wow,
Yeah.
holy shit. Hey, how's it going?
What? It's going. Who you holy shitting? Is it me or Michael?
I think it's the monster
Are we
movie.
on live? I hope
That makes sense.
Yep.
Are you live?
That's a guy thing.
For real? Oh,
Yeah, we're live. We're live.
Yep. Yeah,
100,000
we're
people.
we're seeing your naked chest and everything right there. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Good. So, Alicia, please tell us about yourself.
My name is Alisha McFadden. I am from the Quad Cities in East Moline, Illinois. And I have my team members who are from the Quad Cities as well. I formed Eternal Paranormal in been investigating since I was a teenager, about 17, 18 years old. And then before Eternal Paranormal, a team Residual Echoes back in 2020. So we did some investigations then. It was me and my husband. And then people got busy, so we weren't doing as much as I wanted to. I ended up being a part of another team out of Peoria, Illinois, and traveling some more locations and doing in-home investigations, also helping out with the public and also helping out with businesses as well that were having some activity. I had been interested into the paranormal for quite some time since, all the shows came out. My first show that I saw and kind of together for me was TAP, when it was TAPS, Ghost Hunters.
Yeah.
And I was a preteen at age, and I was having some feelings and like being watched and stuff. And so some stuff did happen there. My parents in there that it's not real. They brushed it off. My dad, though, on the other hand, he believed me more so than my mom. So, I got to watching the shows when I was in high school, and then I got out and I did some some residential like locations, just looking at places to go out that didn't cost or anything because I didn't know what I was doing at the time. And I just bought a digital tape recorder at the store, flashlight, and started off small. And now I'm doing this a lot and going to some huge locations. And I have an awesome team. We're not a team, we're family. We have a lot of fun. We hang out outside of investigations. We like to play games. We like to mess around and have fun. We also host public investigations. We started doing that about 3 years ago now. Bill Walter, the owner of Broadhead Manor in Broadhead, Wisconsin, he actually was the first one to ask us to host one for his building. And so we were very honored. And since then, we've been hosting them every year for the opening of the booking year. So we're honored to do. We also love doing it because it helps raise money to these locations. We never make a profit off of them, but we do it because it's and we have respect for the owner of any buildings, that open these places up for anybody to come in and investigate, and them spending their time and their money, And so we tried to do things to help out with those buildings. So we did that for Broadhead Manor in Wisconsin. And then we also started doing one out at the 1861 Masonic Lodge in Keithsburg, Illinois for Jill Shell. So we've done that 2 years as well on top of Broadhead in Wisconsin. And so, yeah, we love helping out locations, having fun meeting new people, and sharing the same experience with every experiences.
Right. Cool. The least I can do is have Mike talk about himself since I roped him into coming on tonight.
Oh no, you're fine. I'm just sitting here chilling. I'm listening. You're fine.
Oh,
I'm
go ahead.
I'm the host. I'm host and co-owner of Monsters. We do a little bit of everything, some Sasquatching and some paranormal and UFOs, just a little bit of everything. So, and my daughter Trish, she's in the chat.
I didn't even pull up chat yet. Okay. Oh, look, people. Thank you all.
There's been
That's
people
cool.
just chilling.
Nice to meet you, Mike.
But actually, Tracy, I'll sit in the back room so you girls can have your show. And
Okay.
if you have problems, I'll just go in and help you.
Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Take care. Alisha, I have to ask you, sometimes I get messages from spirit. Sometimes it makes sense to me, sometimes it doesn't. This one completely does not. And I was given so much information, but I'm not sure if any of it's going to make sense because she says she's not a relative, but you are always very kind to her. And she said she was known as the work mom at a grocery store. And tell me, Bonnie. Do you know a Bonnie? Oh, I'm sorry. She knows you, Bonnie. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. I didn't want to make anybody cry. I really didn't. This was recent. This was very recent. Like beginning of the year, I think recent. I'm so sorry. I never want to make anybody cry, but I always seem to do that.
That's okay.
She's a pretty woman. She's got, there's she said, looks, I don't know if she's holding a little dog or is showing me an image of a little dog, like a little white chihuahua. She loved him. So I don't know if that's with her or something that I don't know. That one I'm a little iffy on, but real pretty lady. She said that, it was, oh wow. I don't want you to repeat anything if you know about the case. Don't say anything, but do you know about the case and the outcome?
Yeah.
Okay. Because she's told me that if he used to beat on her and domestic abuse, and it's just crazy, man. He was supposed to go to court in January, but he never showed. What else? Oh, geez. 2 days later is when he did it. I am so sorry. She just wants everybody to know that something was not right. He stabbed her.
Yeah. Yep.
First 2 counts, first degree murder. Oh, and she said she wasn't found right away. They did a wellness check was done on her, and that's when they found her. But she was here, and she apparently thought very highly of you. She loved everybody she said she worked with, and she wanted to let you know that she's okay. So, sorry.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm sorry. Didn't want to make you upset or cry.
It's okay. I just feel guilty because I've been working so much overtime that I was supposed to go to her visitation funeral and I did not. So I just carry guilt from that. But,
Okay,
you know,
that's why she's here then. That's why. And she's going, huh? Huh? Don't feel guilty. You can talk to her anytime. You don't have to go to the place to talk to them. So now it makes a little more sense about why she came through. Because I'm thinking, who is this lady? Very nice lady, very attractive lady. But what does it have to do with? Okay,
yeah,
now I understand. She's saying, let the guilt go. Let it go. It's okay. She knows you're a good person and what's going on. Life is messy, so you don't feel guilty anymore.
yeah. Derek ended up knowing. So I feel like she knew that I was with her in spirit, you know.
Yeah,
So he
and
showed
that's what it would have
up for
been
the both of us.
there. Yeah. So doesn't want you to feel guilty at all. Yeah. Oh, here we have. Oh, wait a minute. Come on. Buttons. Like I'm having button issues. Why am I having button issues? There we go. Tracy, can you talk to my late Mary, Mary Lou Whitney? I can't. This is the weird thing. That's his late mom, by the way. I can't go. Hey, so and so, can he come through? And it does sometimes. If it's meant to come through, it'll come through for me. And then they generally spend the day with me and follow me around the house. And, you can still see me, right? You can still see me. Yes, 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 I can still see you. But I can't do it at will. It has to happen. How it happens, I don't know. I can't answer that. I don't know how any of this stuff works. You know, it's just something that I was born with and runs in my family. We're generational witches. And hopefully, it can help people every now and then. Like maybe this will help you, um, to let go and not feel guilty. Thank you, Michael, for putting that up. That was
Yeah.
nice.
I felt that, from her. I knew in my heart is, accepting it. But I knew how she was as a person.
Hmm. Yeah.
But it's like you said, you can't
I don't
just
know
make
why.
it happen. That's for my dreams. Well, they're not dreams. I have visions sometimes, and they happen when they happen. And I do dream some crazy stuff sometimes, but a lot of the times I get visions, and so I try to keep track and write them down mentally in my head and like prepare to look for that in the day or whatnot, or if it has to do with an investigation coming up.
She said the only thing she's upset about is, and I quote, why in the hell didn't they send out a bench warrant when he didn't show up? That they only postponed it or something. I thought you don't show up for, you have to go to court and all that. If you don't show up, that's it. You get a citation and they're going to come get you. But she's saying like, if they had only done that, I'd probably still be here. So that's her one thing that she's pissed about. But other than that, she's very happy with her situation. She just wanted to stay a little bit longer. So,
Yeah.
and then that's something from Willard. Can you remove dark binding negative energy spiritual blockage from me, please? It was put on me. Yep, we'll talk, Willard. I'll help you out. So, besides that, how you doing?
Busy. Busy. Just ready for Boots on the Battleship. And how many days is that? 8? 9 days now. So we're heading down to Wilmington, North Carolina to be there for Booze on the Battleship on the USS North Carolina.
Cool.
It's Old World War II battleship, still standing. And so it's May 1st through the 3rd. We're going to be having our booth there and selling some t-shirts, some sweatshirts, mingling, hanging out with everybody that's part of the Boo Crew and people that are coming to hang out with all of us. My daughter, Lila, she's going to be doing her art by Lila. She is an amazing artist. She's got body markers. And so if anybody's interested in getting a tattoo drawn on them or even a stencil for a tattoo and then actually go out and get it done, she'll be doing that. And then my youngest, she'll be doing like face painting or something along those lines too, just to make a little money and have fun too. So we're looking forward to that.
Okay.
We got a lot of stuff this year. We basically have no days where we're not doing something throughout the year until 27. We do have something in 27 already working out too.
I'm just barely hanging in there doing one show a week, and sometimes I'm on other shows. But yeah, that made me tired just hearing you talking about it. So you were saying,
and that's not including our own podcast on Sundays. We do every Sunday for Unturned Pages.
Nah, I'm too old for all that. You said you went to some of the bigger places now. Can you tell us like some of the more well-known names you've been to and what happened?
So Edinburgh Manor, I've been there about 3 times now. Ashmore Estates twice. I've been to Cheney Mansion in Cheney, Illinois, Joliet State Prison, Squirrel Cage Jail, Villiscax Murder House, Broadhead Manor, 1861 Masonic Lodge, Missouri State Penitentiary. Where else? I know I'm missing a bunch others right now.
Sanctum of Souls.
Oh yeah, we had our own location that we opened up last year. It's an old church from 1869 in Buffalo, Iowa. Well, the owner reached out to us and had some experiences in the building, so we came out, investigated, and clarified that it was paranormal. And from then on, we had a contract with the owner. We opened up the building for public investigations and private investigations, and we were the caretakers there for 8 months. And then, so we ran that. I was handling all the bookings and stuff. So that's another location, but now it's closed to the public, so you can't investigate there. We've been to Pine Lawn Manor. Where else have we been to?
Rock Island Roadhouse.
Rock Island Roadhouse.
Wow.
Am I missing anything? I know I'm missing
We've
some.
investigated graveyards, houses, residential.
We've helped out with residential cases too, and
with the residential ones,
graveyards.
with the residential houses, I've found more times than not, if I go into a house and they tell me they have demons and this, that, and the other, and all this negative stuff, generally the house is a hot mess. Have you noticed that? When you go into houses,
I feel like it's the way that they think also, instead of they don't have the knowledge, and so when we've gone into these residential cases to help out these people, it turns out, okay, yeah, there might be somebody else there that's not related to the family, that's just kind of there, but not doing no harm. And there's kids involved, so kids, their imagination can go wild, but also they are more receptive to spirits. So usually it's something to do with a family member that's lost or an energy left behind from somebody that was negative and that caused chaos and stuff. So then we're able to determine that, and we had our friend who is a shamanic healer, a part of that one investigation. He ended up closing a portal. He found a portal that was opened because of that area and that that incident that happened there, closed it off, and then found out that there was one of the relatives that was with them still too. So it was a good energy after all that was kind of off the chest and talked about, and helped to educate them, you know, with the energies and what kind of stuff that people can put out into the environment to make it stir up, you know, different.
Okay, that's good. It's kind of, I like that you're trying to educate people, which is what I'm trying to do, and show them that, you know, if just because you say you're a witch doesn't mean you have to look a certain way. You know, I don't have to walk around with the dog collar and the white makeup and the black and all. I want to just break as many stereotypes as I can, and let people know this is a lot more common than they think. So, and I appreciate that you do your own education with people, because they don't know any better. Honestly, I mean, all these shows, everything's always a demon, always. And every podcast I watch, just for a background noise, everything is, oh, the most scariest, the worst demon, the this, the that. We almost died. I counted on one major podcaster for the paranormal. He had like 30 videos that I almost died. You know, it's like, no, he didn't.
Well, seen a lot of those on YouTube.
They're fun. They're fun. I don't take any of it seriously. I just think they're fun. Excuse me.
It's entertaining though.
Mm-hmm.
It's I like to watch, you know. But also I had something come up about a friend. She just messaged me the other day. So she's like, Alisha, I don't know what to do. She came with us to Broadhead Manor for her first public investigation ever. Her and her friend, both of our friends came. And she said, when I got home from Broadhead, I found blood on my passenger door handle. And then ever since that, this has happened. And now my car's broke down. She's like, do you think something followed us home, basically, is what she was asking that was negative. I was like, no.
Yeah.
I was like, there's nothing bad at Broadhead. This is just life testing you, and this is your time to butterfly. So life is challenging you right now to work a little bit harder, to see how much you can handle,
exactly,
so that you can grow and you can learn. It's nothing negative that's attached to you or followed you. Just more of a learning experience. And though, you know, I feel like right now, I don't know if this is true, but for me, for her, and I don't know if there's anybody else out there right now at this time, but I feel like there's a lot of people going through some stuff right now.
Absolutely.
And it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
And so,
yeah,
do you feel like that is
absolutely? It's like
a lot of people.
That's why I was telling Michael earlier. I said, I don't know who the hell has a voodoo doll with my name on it, but they need to stop. It's enough, you know, because this show went wrong because of this and that show. I actually, last week's was so atrocious. I only lasted like 5 minutes, and I learned really quickly how to take a video off of YouTube, because like, I can't have people looking at this. It was beyond. I'll make fun of myself all day long, but this stuff, oh my Lord, this was way too much. So, we have from Trisha.
It's like, whoever has my voodoo doll, can you rub the back a little bit?
Yeah. Trisha says that she was terrified of witches before she met me. Yeah, I'm real scary, aren't I? See, that's the thing. You know, people get so scared. My next door neighbor, you'll love this. When she first moved in, I go and I bless around my house once a month. And I caught her peeking out the window. She's going to take a look. And so the next month I did it. I thought, you want to look? I'm going to give you something to look at. And I took a little tiny remote control about this big and I rubber banded it to my ankle. And I went out and I just did my thing. And she hasn't looked since. I hope she got the point of either, yeah, this is not real, or, oh my God, my neighbor has one of those ankle bracelets on. So I
Yeah,
will
that's
answer
like
anybody's question. Yeah.
my my neighbor across the street. She is just that type. She loves to spy on everybody in the neighborhood. She's even got it to the point where her door, the screen door, it clouds up so you can't see, but she's in that fucking door looking out at
Is she
you.
a smoker?
So like one day I was no, I haven't seen her smoke.
How does it cloud up then?
So I'm out there huh?
How does it get clouded up? Just dirt, funk?
I don't know. It's like a cloudy glass or something. I don't know if you can press a button or if it's just always like that.
Oh, I
You can
get you.
see
Okay.
out, but nobody.
Okay. Have you ever?
So I'm out there at night. Sometimes I'll talk to the fucking moon, and I'll be out there talking to the birds and shit
Exactly.
because that's just what I do. And I know she thinks I'm fucking
Oh,
crazy,
exactly.
but that's just what I do. Bringing out my crystals and stuff, and
I got her
saves.
really, really well one other time. I had taken a bunch of old popcorn out and I was throwing it on the front lawn. And when I tell you every seagull that God ever created came to circle and get the popcorn, well, I just ran with it. I'm going, oh, I making up words and, dancing around. And she won't even. It's like, he was popcorn. That's how easily people can be faked, and I cannot do any harm. I cannot hate anybody, but that doesn't mean I can't get a good one off every now and then. So have you been to Trans Allegheny Lunatic Asylum? Trisha wanted to know.
No, not yet. So right now, all that I've been to is Midwest area.
Okay.
So we're expanding now down to the south for an investigation at the, USS North Carolina. I'm super excited. This is going to be the biggest investigation we've ever done and historical.
Okay. Do you have any instances that happened at any of the locations that just like either made you go, holy hell, or scared the living daylights out of you?
Yeah. So at the 1861 Masonic Lodge, we were upstairs at the end of our public investigation for our group experiment. And we had equipment set up all over. And I think that Derek was under Estes. And they started bringing up the Eastern Star. And then they were like, it's happening. I was like, what's happening? And then I was like, oh, I think I know what's going on. It's like, I'll be back. So the Eastern Stars, they would have been down in the kitchen and stuff. That's their like area is like cooking food and like hosting, And it's a woman, Mason. So I run down there. Tom actually comes behind. He follows me down there. I didn't know until he was there. And sure as shit, because they were saying it's happening, I go down in the back room that leads into the kitchen. I had a REM pod back there, and it was hitting. It was, going off. I was like, holy shit. The light, there's no lights. It's pitch black. And then I see some shadow figure like of a person come out of the kitchen now into the dining room. And it comes up on me. I was like, oh my God. Tom's like, it's okay. I see it too. I see her too.
Okay.
I was like, okay, hi. And they're right here. And I can see nothing but pure black. I can't even see through her now.
Right.
And I was like, hi, I need you to back up, please. I know that you're here, but you're in my personal space. And then I was like, oh shit, I moved Mary Burns' bucket. So there's a sign up in there. And I didn't even realize about the sign until I just watched the episode from War Party Paranormal on Paraflix that they had the video of the sign saying to ask permission to use Mary Burns' ice bucket.
Oh,
well, I had moved it. So at this point, I knew it was Burns, but I was anxious. Like, I just felt all this energy and my anxiety was through the roof. I was like, okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm going to take a step outside, though. So Tom's like, okay. So we followed me out there. And Sean ends up coming out because everybody's wondering what happened. And I think they just kind of wrapped up upstairs. And Sean Ellis, he ended up doing Reiki on me and helping me out. It's startling. We have something rush up on you that's pure black. You can't see nothing else, but you know the room's dark, but it's darker. So, and you can feel like somebody's in front of you because it's their energy. And the same thing happened at Pine Lawn Manor actually as well. So we were down in one wing, and I had been communicating with, I forgot who it was, but their plaque, there's 3 names on this one room in a plaque. So I started to see a shadow figure go from right to left. And I'm at the end of the hole with my back up against the wall almost. And it comes down, and I have a REM pod and a cat ball like staggered through the floor, on the floor. And they start getting hit as I'm seeing this black shadow figure of this. It was one of the men that was a resident there. I remember that now, but I cannot remember the name for the life of me. But we were having conversation. We were talking about his ice cream that he liked and stuff. And so it comes all the way up, and it comes up, and it's just right in front of me, and everybody sees it. And I'm like, oh, so I actually went off to the side a little bit and was like, don't run, don't run. I was like, hi. I was like, hi, I can see you. Like, you are right on me. Can I have some space? You know, that kind of thing too. But I stayed, and I acknowledged that they were actually making themselves visible to me on top of all the conversation that we just had. But, you know, I feel like that in-depth conversation that I get with spirit, then they are able to manifest and to be able to do more things communication wise with me. I'm not saying for me, like I'm never forcing them to, you know, they want to because they feel comfortable with me.
Sure. So I think this is Sean. What is this with a stripper?
That was great.
I gotta hear it.
So it's actually on our Facebook page in a reel. And if you want to go over there and look for it, you'll see on the SLS, somebody sitting in a chair. You can see their outline, you know, with the camera. But so at one point during the 1861 Masonic Lodge in Keithsburg being a hotel, it was also a brothel. And so while I was down in the basement with my group, we were making conversation with the women that worked there. And I thought to ask, because it's taboo back in the day. Did you ever have any women that would come in for services? And then we started really getting hit on our equipment, validating that, yes, that was a thing. And so we talked about possibly doing an experiment with money and stuff. We ended up going upstairs to switch floors. So we were on the second floor in the dining area. And we had a birthday girl. And we decided, okay, let's do something. Sit down in that chair. And then here, take this money. And then we're going to recreate like we're asking for a lap dance. And so we're talking about it being her birthday. And we got the SLS on her. And you can see another person standing next to her in her chair. There's nobody behind her, next to her, or nothing. Her back's against the wall. And we're all on the opposite side of her. And then she starts waving the money around. She goes from left to right. By the time she has it in her right or left hand, I can't remember, you see the other person go grab it up so it turns black, where it like makes a fist to like grab the money. And then they start dancing on her. You can see it, and it's like rubbing on her head and stuff, and then rubbing on themselves and like still rubbing on her. And then another one shows up on the opposite side, and then they're both doing stuff on her. And then boom, it's over.
Did she feel cold around her when this was going on?
She was feeling, at those times, she was talking about what she was experiencing because we were asking her, and she was like, I just felt like they grabbed the money like cold and stuff, and she was feeling like them touching on her and stuff.
Thank you, Sean. That was an outstanding story. I love that. I haven't used the SLS too much myself, but one night I got bored and I was watching shows, and it's like you can only see the repeats so many times. So I downloaded some cheap free one on the phone, and I'm scanning it around. Now I have 8 cats, okay, and we have not just a tower, we have like a complex for them in the bedroom. And I'm scanning, and I'm looking around, and all of a sudden it hits the cat tower. And all I see is this big monster coming at me. I thought, well, that's not it. But what if I didn't know? You know what I mean? It's like, that's funny. That was my first, last, and only experience with that. So, do you have a favorite piece of equipment that you like to use?
I like to use like the spirit boxes. I love the Epic box as well. You know what the Epic box is?
I was just going to say, what is that?
So the Epic box, it has a yes and a no. 2 different lights. Yes is green, red is no. And they have to manipulate it with their energy for it to do anything at all. Like you can touch it, you can stomp on the floor around it. It will not do nothing. And we've gotten some really good responses with the Epic box. I like to use the tripwire as well, because you can use the tripwire almost like the Epic box as well, because sometimes they'll like use it for like one light to like flicker it once or twice. Or they will use, like, you can point out, can you touch this one, or this one, and be specific with it, you know? And to see them actually do that, you know that you're communicating with something paranormal, not from the environment or yourself, you know? And the spirit box, because you can hear clear as day spirits speaking to you, and I like to be able to hear them, you know, since I can't with my own ears.
Well, the thing with the EVPs and all, I like the ones that are crystal clear. I think they call those a class A or something like that. But when you get into the part where you just hear like a mumble, and then they tell you something, well, that you've just negated it, because once we hear, you know, whatever they think it's saying, that's all you're going to hear, you know. So if they're class A, they're great. If they're a little bit mumbly, no, I don't pay any attention to them. So have you heard
exactly?
Have you ever heard spirit speak to you, even a word or two?
I actually have once, and it was here.
Okay.
The kids were sitting at the peninsula, and I was standing on the opposite side, just talking to them. And all of a sudden I heard a hey. Somebody said, hey, it was in a loud like whisper, and it was a man. And I immediately turned my head, and the kids both looked that way because I looked back at them and they were facing that same direction. I was like, did you guys hear that? Mm-hmm. They were like, yeah, it sounded like a man saying, hey.
Oh, how cool.
You remember that? You guys were sitting there, and then I was standing over there talking to you, and then we heard that, hey. It was a while back. Sorry about the dogs.
It's okay. That's no problem. So the kids don't remember?
That was the only time that I've heard.
I'm sorry?
My one doesn't. My one doesn't.
Yeah. Now, I've heard people say that all shadow people are evil. I've had other people say that, yeah, you can have that, but it could also be somebody who can't quite manifest entirely in front of you. So it just comes through as a black shadow. I'm more leaning towards that way. You know, I haven't seen, I'm going to be 61. I haven't seen too many dark, negative, you know, demony type shadow figures. I've seen a lot of shadow figures over the years, but none that would really make me go, ooh, you know, we got a problem because we got a shadow person, the stereotypical. So do you have a thought about that either way?
I experienced, turns out that it was the spirit that I was speaking to with all these different pieces of equipment. And now that they're comfortable with me, they're able to manifest, but obviously they can't manifest into a human body, you know? So that's the energy, that the only energy and matter that they can form into. But I can definitely tell that, you know, and the height and stuff every time.
Okay. Now, I am not for Ouija boards because people don't know how to use them properly. But there's the point of view out there that doing EVPs and all these different gadgets where you're asking questions is no more or no less harmful than a Ouija board. Well, I kind of think a Ouija board is a little bit more. That's just my personal thing. Do you think that when you do like an EVP, that it's on the same level as a Ouija board? Because you're speaking the spirit either way? Okay.
Yes, I do. I feel like it's just another form of communication. It's just not a form of communication that we're all kind of used to because we didn't grow up with that. So it's something more older, you know, in time.
Yeah. My thing is, I don't have one in my house. I had one, but I gave it to John Kozik, who has 2 witchboard museums, one in Salem and one here in Baltimore. So I donated that one just because I didn't know who played with it before and what was on it. You know what I mean? When I'm out and about, like if I go to a metaphysical store, there's always going to be that one time where like a mom comes in with her kids and they're playing with it. It's like, don't do that. You can't, you know, once you play, they want to play, you know, and I tell people it's like, you could leave your door open all year long. Chances are nothing's going to happen, but why take the chance? It's the same thing with the Ouija board. Unless you are trained in it, you know, unless you're trained in EVPs, unless you're trained in spirit boxes, and, you know, all that stuff. I think you need to go slow at the very beginning. So would you have any suggestions for people who are just starting out in the paranormal field?
I want to go back to the Ouija board really quick. I do want to say that I will not my children to do any kind of pendulum with even the Ouija board, like even on the cloth or canvas, or even doing a Ouija board, just because they're so young.
Yes,
I would not.
That's wise.
Not experienced paranormal investigators. Start out with other stuff first. learn that way and to be with me. And I'm sorry, what was your question again?
I forgot. Like I said, I'm getting ready to turn 61, so I forgot.
She just she remembered. So
Okay, what was it? What
my advice for anyone starting out or
Oh,
wanting
yeah.
to investigate the paranormal, look out for any public investigations. That way that you get to see and experience, and they're able to help teach you, you know, how to use pieces of equipment and like kind of the ins and outs. And you can also look into a lot of these big locations. They do have public tours that you can go there during the day and pay like $20 or so and do a flashlight tour at night or doing a day tour. Those are cool just to like be able to go in and experience it for yourself. You don't need expensive equipment, $100,000 worth of equipment, multiple pieces of equipment. You can use a flashlight. How I started out utilizing the flashlight method. You can get a mag light and, you know, yes and no questions, and they use that. They use that to communicate yes or no. They can turn the light off, they can turn it on, you know, you can communicate that way. Also a digital tape recorder you can even get at Walmart. You don't have to get a certain kind. You can even use your phone as a digital tape recorder. You don't even have to buy one to use and do that as well. And then maybe you'll become a part of a team. You can start out your own team. You don't have to join a team. You know, it's just a matter of, you know, you could even join like public investigations, and then it's cheaper because if it's just you, then a lot of these locations are hundreds of dollars to run overnight. You know, you join a public investigation. And that's such a good way to go if you're just starting out. But you can start your own team, you know. It's just a matter of, hey, who wants to join with? And if it works out, it works out, and split the cost, you know, split the gas, you know, go in on it, have fun. Don't like go and expect you like want to become, you know, have your own TV show. But if you do, that'd be cool. But think about why you want to do this. Is this for fun? Is there something that you're looking for from yourself experience that you want answers for? You know, is it fun? Is it the history? What is it for you? You know, don't go into it with an ego either. Just have fun.
Yeah. And I would also say, don't expect on your first outing to get evidence, or your second, or your 60th. It'll happen when it happens. Case in point, I used to be a guest speaker at the orphanage in Gettysburg. And I would tell Rosa Carmichael, who was the atrocious, awful, nasty headmistress at the orphanage, do to me what you did to the kids. And my last night there, I could taste a moldy sponge in my mouth. And that naturally made me, you know, and everybody else then was, because you see one person doing it, you know, everybody. Apparently she used to punish kids by putting that in their mouths. And then I would grab two guys who didn't want to be there. Like, they're only there because their women said, I want to go on the tour. So, okay, I got one on either side holding me here and here. And I said, okay, well, what else can you do? I swear to you on everything I hold dear, my back legs get pulled back up. I'm literally horizontal now with these two guys. And all three of us are being dragged backwards. And each guy had to be 250 if he was a pound. So, and I'm not exactly a small thing either, height-wise, but not width-wise. And we're all getting pulled backwards. And then on the way home that night, I saw Rosa in the backseat of my car. So that's it. I'm done with those tours. It was a little too much. I'm not bringing home evil people, you know.
Holy shit!
That's scary. It was crazy. But the reason I bring it up is maybe about 2 years ago, we took my niece up, and she's heard this story, you know, and other stories and stuff like that. And when we took her up, you couldn't even hear a mouse fart. There was nothing, absolutely nothing. And it was later at night. So I mean, it's like when I get spirit coming through, it's going to happen when it happens. How these things happen, what planets have to align, I don't know. I have no idea. But, it makes for an interesting life doing what we do.
Yeah.
So, and we are now currently at the top of the hour, ma'am. So I need you to promote yourself.
Okay. You guys can follow us over on Eternal Paranormal on our Facebook page. We do have a TikTok, Eternal Paranormal, as well. We haven't posted really there too much in a while. So go over, follow us on our Facebook page. We do have a public investigation that we're hosting for the 1861 Masonic Lodge. So if you're interested in purchasing a ticket, check it out. It's posted onto our page, also onto the 1861 Masonic Lodge page. And there's a link for the Eventbrite link. We're Blues on the Battleship May 1st through the 3rd, promoting out there and having a fun time. We'll also be helping out July 11th through the 12th at the Witches and Wellness Expo for Unturned Pages, and with Willie Atkins from Breaking Fate Entertainment at the Alt Guild Hall in DeKalb, Illinois. Thursday, the 23rd, Derek, Scott, Tom, and some of our friends are going to be heading to Waverly Hills Sanatorium. August 8th, we'll be at the Hana Jericho Convent in Jericho, Wisconsin. Saturday, August 22nd, I found this really cool spot with a lot of buildings and history. We're going to be at Merrim Camp and Retreat in Merrim, Indiana. August 30th, Indiana State Sanitarium with Jenny, Tom, Derek, and Evansville, Indiana. September 6th, Pine Lawn Manor with Derek, Tom, and Jenny. We have September 19th, the Museum of Lost Souls in Columbus, Iowa. Saturday, October 3rd, Sleeper Mortuary in Lola, Kansas. And then the public investigation, October 17th at the Masonic Lodge. We also have, what else do we have? I know I'm missing one.
I'm tired listening to you.
And every Sunday on Unturned Pages, we have our podcast at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard every night. So yeah, follow us over on our Facebook page for reels and lives, and chat with us. We love chatting with everybody and exchanging stories and collaborating with others. Even, we love investigating with others as well. We like to have fun.
Oh yeah, if you're not having fun, why do it? Thank you for coming on tonight. I really, really, really appreciate it. It's always fun talking with you.
Thank you for inviting me. It is.
I'm
love talking with you too.
I'm going to put you in the green room. If you want to stay, that's fine. I'm going to close out the show. If you just want to get on with your evening, go ahead. No harm intended. So let me put you in the back. And now it's just me. I wanted to say a couple of things that I missed in the beginning. If you have a question about the paranormal that you're not really comfortable asking anybody else with, ask me. You can contact me one of two ways, either through paranormalwhitewitch@gmail.com or on my Facebook page, Tracy Lynn. And that's, as you can see, CEY. Make sure you do that. Otherwise, you're not going to find me. Send me your question, your problem, your concern, whatever it is, and I will get back to you. I have my book on Amazon, Witchcraft by Blood and Tradition, a beginner's guide. It's available through Kindle, paperback, and hardback. And tonight I have a two-parter. One is a Did You Know? Do you know where the word paganism comes from and what it means? Well, most people think of pagans as bikers. You have the pagans. Or people who are just crazy, out there doing weird dances and stuff. But it encompasses a great, diverse range of spiritual beliefs and practices, often centered around nature, polytheism, I'm not going to say that word right, and ancient traditions. So it was sort of a catch-all phrase that was brought into being by the Christian church. When Christianity was just starting, they had to call them something. So it's like an umbrella term. You have your Druids, you have your Celtics, you have me, you have voodoo, you have all these things. And if you don't know what to call it, we just go under the term of paganism. And for my book, which I just talked to you about, I am going to read a very short spell that was one of my great grandmother Cross favorites. It's called A Prayer of Release and Return. I acknowledge what was. I honor all that I felt, all that I learned, and all that I carried. Nothing is denied and nothing is dismissed. I now release what no longer belongs to me, the burdens, the echoes, the ties that bind. What is finished is finished. What is done is done. I do not reopen what has already been closed. I call my energy back to myself from all places, times, and attachments, from every word spoken, every thought given, every emotion shared. I stand restored in my own power, grounded, clear, and at peace. So mote it be. And that's the kind of stuff that you'll find in my book. Thank you for tuning in, even with all the little glitches. It's always a fun night. And I will see you next time. Have a good evening. Let's see if I can get this down here. Okay. See ya.
There are signals all around us. Most of them go unnoticed. Some are born able to sense them, born with the veil still present, a mark set to thin the boundary between worlds. For a white witch, the boundary never fully closes. It becomes something you can see through, something you can feel. Respond not to fear the unknown, but to understand it, to listen when it reaches back beyond the veil with Tracy Jones.